Now think about how all this ties in with God's view of spiritual authority in our faith communities. We are commanded in Hebrews 13:17, obey your leaders and submit to them, for they keep watch over your lives as people who will have to render an account. So make it a task of joy for them, not one of groaning, for that is of no advantage to you.
This verse encompasses two areas of responsibility. First, the Lord commands all His people to submit to the spiritual authorities who render account to Him for their souls. These are the biblical elders, the older men of wisdom whom our Father raises up to represent His fatherly care for His children.
God tests the humility and submission of His children in a specific way. Those under spiritual authority must make it a joy for those who render account to God for them. As we mentioned earlier concerning deference, they must limit themselves to not create undue apprehension.
Second, our Lord expects that those in authority, the older men who are willing to render account to Him, never give Him any excuses for not knowing the condition of each person under their care. Did you notice that a man in authority is not called to render account for a group of people, but for each person individually?
Abba, our compassionate Father, wants those who represent His care for His children to know each one personally. The principle for an elder to care as a shepherd is found in Proverbs 27:23. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. Having raised sheep, our intimate understanding of each animal helped us fulfill our responsibilities for their care.
In a democracy, people commonly badmouth with impunity those whom God has placed in positions of authority. But that only gets God's children into deep trouble with Him. Our Father's Word commands us, do not blaspheme God or curse the ruler of your people.
Because of this command, Peter could write to the followers of Jesus scattered throughout the tyrannical Roman Empire. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every authority instituted among men, whether to the king as the supreme authority or to the governors who are sent by him to punish those who do wrong and to commend those who do right. 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 13 and 14.
During His temptation by Satan, Jesus recognized the devil's claim that he had authority over the kingdoms of the earth. And while we followers of Jesus are to submit to the authorities, we're also mindful we have a higher authority in heaven to whom we must render account.
We men and women who follow Jesus are to be spiritual revolutionaries. We are to be the physical representatives of Jesus to an unbelieving world that hates us because of Him.
At the same time, we followers are to be models of obedience, walking in accordance with our government's laws, unless those laws force us to violate our highest authority, God.